With potential whiteout conditions looming in our future, we are getting close to football at snowy Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns. We are set to go from snowy Cleveland, and off we go from Cleveland. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hurt. Cowboy 80.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You look at this Colt defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
2nd and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
That's downfield. He's got Phantom. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. A man, and he hits him in stride. Just a gain, a couple there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this one is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd and 5. The slot man in motion right.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 18 Rattler, 18.
Back to throw. Leonard. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Campbell now. Off play action. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Taking it about the 36. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. 44-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Leonard. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Back to throw. Leonard. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he fields it cleanly. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Well, and they're
every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Let's go now. Press all 80. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing to start the drive. Leonard. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, smash. Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to 16.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Now they'll audible to something else. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Cowboy 80. Panther 60, Panther 60. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
From the gun on 3rd down. Leonard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That is incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Riggs, 79, Panther 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. Campbell. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
19. Ready? 10 through 11. 70 Timberwolves. Let go.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Stevenson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Browns at 6-10 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18, pioneer.
Off play action. Campbell. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ready.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Ready. 70 Lions. Hey, pass.
He'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Leonard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Trap 60.
Operating from the gun. Leonard. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to 60. 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun. Leonard. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Warriors, 70. Ready.
To throw is Campbell. Off the play fake. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7.
3, 70. Check.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll shift things around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A dump off for Mason.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Hey, Smash.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Viking 18. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Warrior 70.
Here's Campbell from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
19, 70 Lions.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Leonard. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Franco 80. 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Leonard. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Set. Hurt. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Back to throw. Leonard. It's complete to Mitchell. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play.
18 Cardinals. Go
First down, Indianapolis.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Now they can't bring him down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. Hey, Smash. Let's go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On the handoff, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their
blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Browns.
Looking to throw. Leonard. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got room to roam. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Ready? Pat the 60, pat the 60.
And now an audible here into something else.
Tiger, 19.
Back to throw. Leonard. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Lions. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. No, no. Go street. Hot, hot.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Here we go.
Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Bronco 80.
Just motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll try and throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's caught. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
19 Lions. Cowboy 80.
2nd and 11. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Adafe Owe just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Campbell. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. Remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Pack the 60, pack the 60.
Go get him.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Colts 31, Browns 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
Now a play fake here on first down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Third down. Here's Mason. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right?
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Ready? 19, Charger, 76.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Cowboys! Cowboys! No! No! Street! Street! Go Street! Go!
Running left, Mason. And a short gain here, down to the 22. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Third down.
60 bucks.
One
quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Campbell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
19 Tiger. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended.
and they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
60 by 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Off the play fake. Leonard. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Ready?
On 4th down, Leonard. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
On the jump, trap 50, trap 50. Trap 19 tight, ready.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. And now here's another interception. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off play action. Leonard. Right side complete. That's Willis. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Hard, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They run it with Mason. They do a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Off the play fake. Campbell. Oh, he's got a man wide down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
Ready? Come on, set! 60 Eagles, 6 Hawks 70, Hawks 7, Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. Ready?
Back to throw. Campbell. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready? Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Screen play set up for Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sam back at the 38.
A loss of 11. It's
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
At the Colts' 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Campbell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. This offense on third down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Down and 8.
Back to throw. Campbell. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw. Leonard. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Across midfield. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Here we go. Shot. Viking 8. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Back to throw. Campbell. And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts are going to have it They're just past the 25.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Mustang 19.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Trap 60, trap 60. Come on, hit. Cowboy 80. Go.
Off play action. Leonard. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Go. Ready, run.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Browns come up with a late turnover.